Hi, it's me again with Corel Raw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2 about these stitches for a heat press. And I said in that video, I don't think you could do this for every letter of the alphabet if you're doing teams and numbers, but you could do it for numbers because you'd only have to do, 9, 10 numbers, and then just, 1 and 9 would be 19. But you could make it look a lot better. These have been welded together. And you could go around and delete some lines. But if you notice, these two aren't even touching. But you wouldn't want to do that. But you could take the shape tool now and bring this one down to here and actually make these two touch. And maybe you can go past that one and then cut these lines out. And then look at that. I mean, I really think an embroidery machine is going to do something like this. But if you cut some of these lines out, I think, and even if you went too far, you could always take the shape tool and, well, whenever you would do something like that, you would want to right click and convert it to a line. So when you move it, it would be a line, and you could actually move it quite a bit around. And I mean, just look at much better that looks than that. But it all depends on your look. If you're trying to get it look like, and I really shouldn't talk about embroidery because I don't have a clue, how that works or even looks. But, you could move that note up to there, and when I'm doing that, I would right click and turn them all into a line, and then actually just take that line up into there, and then you could just cut that out, and you get a totally different look. Let's do a couple more, then and also it would help you fill stuff in. And you know what, let's just cut that out. That looks pretty good. So let's go around here and do the same thing. And it all depends on the shape of your letter. But see, I didn't turn that into a line, so I got a little bit of a curved line there, but you can always straighten that out. And, just take your virtual save a delete key or delete that node, and maybe put that one. See how that swiggles? We'll just grab both of them, right click, turn it into a line. It'll go right back to a line. So let's do this one more half. And one thing I think I was trying to say, sometimes when I'm talking, I can actually get off subject. And let's turn all these into a line. So right click, line, and we could delete that one and actually just join that. Just kind of use your imagination what would look better. Then you could go back and delete all those. So we've got half of it done. And because one thing that would be better about this, if you were going to do a kind of like a little trick with smart filling, you can't smart fill that in because it's going to leak to those other parts. But let's group this together for a second. Control G and hit P and put it in the center of the page. And this blue and yellow is what we came up with. Now let's take a 2-point line, start moving, hold down the control button, and then hit P. It would be nice if it ended up on the center of a joint, but it doesn't really matter. Take this and delete half of it, and delete it all the way to the line. Get rid of our line, and then take these and Control D to duplicate it. See, he had his duplicate. I've changed your duplication to 0, 0. Control D to duplicate it. And this is a prime example why you would want to do that. Let's see how that looks. That doesn't look too bad, except for that. Well, they're all kind of leaking. So let's do this. I didn't notice that before. They're not all touching. Let's see how wide this gap is. I mean, it's real little. Get our parallel dimension tool. This would almost be another little segment. That's only 0.01 of an inch. So let's take the shape tool, first of all, take and pick this item. Tell you what, we'll just get rid of this other side for a second. Click on this with your pick tool and then hit it with your shape tool. Select them all, go up to Windows, Dockers, Join Curves, and I've got mine set on 0.1, so it's going to definitely join them. If it didn't do, see now the curves are all, the things are all set. And then Control D and make a duplicate of it, holding down the control button and move it over. We do have that one little smaller, but we could fix that. Because we could actually, I think this is going to be good. I think everything's perfect and joined. You know, you could make that look like the other ones. Because we're going to take the pick tool. Somehow I've got the freehand pick tool. And then pick it all and go ahead and weld it together. And then you could, now you can go take the shape tool and pick that one and just, you know, make it stand up. And if you notice, these two aren't joined, so we're going to join them right now. And now they're joined, so we can make them all the same. And if you notice, I need to right-click and turn them into a line. And let's call that good. Now let's join that other one. And I want to show you where this is going to help. Grab those two and hit apply. It puts it into one. And then you could always bring this one down to the other one. Now here's where it's going to help. Before we couldn't do this. We can take the rectangle tool and fill in that shape, and we have a new shape to work with. And anyway, so you couldn't do that for every letter of the alphabet, but you could do it for all your numbers and make the stitch just look a little bit different. Hope that helped. Thank you.